Hi, this is James Glass with James Glass Company, and this is a fun video. It's kind of work related. It's not exactly for anything all really serious. This is my commuter bike, and I've had this thing for years, and my commuter bike has been a commitment to reuse. I found the frame on the side of the road. The parts are reclaimed, recycled. The fenders came off of a bike I found at Goodwill, just bike parts laying around. And I've taken reuse to a new extreme here just for fun. I am going to start hauling my son in a trailer behind this bike around town. And for the last 10 years or so that I've had this bike, it's been a 3-speed with a coaster brake. Which is fine for me because, you know, if the chain broke, I mean, you know, I'd either bail or just use my feet to stop or whatever. But I'm a little more concerned about Simon's safety. Simon's my infant son, as I'm pulling him around in a trailer. So I've decided to add a front brake. The problem is the the fork that I used for this bike is an old 700C cross fork with canti studs. This was fine for a long time, but you know, I gotta have some front brake action for safety. So what I've done, in the interest of reuse, I cut the canti studs that were on this 700C fork off, and I'm about to weld, not braze, because I want to paint this with a truck bed liner. I'm going to weld these canti studs on. Now I could have ordered some from Quality, or I could just cut some off this junk frame. And I opted to cut these canti studs off that junk frame. So like if this was like a really cool bike, maybe some old cool steel bike I've had forever, you know, I'd braze some canti studs on, new ones or whatever. But because this is my late 60s Austrian Sears, you know, 3-speed Nexus commuter bike, I gotta go crazy and weld on these studs. So you'll notice that I've modified this old rack mount so that I can get those studs at 90-degree angles from the center line of the fork, and I can also get them at the same height and completely parallel to one another. So that's really critical. I also measured and marked where the middle of I'm using some Avid single-digit 7s, again reclaimed, and this black mark represents the middle of the adjustment on the brakes. And you'll also notice that I didn't clamp directly into the vise because it is a threadless headset. So I actually just used a piece of scrap Schedule 40 laying around, mounted the Schedule 40 in, slipped the fork in, and then I actually just used the headset nut and washer to clamp the fork in there. So everything's secure. It's ready to weld. I'm going to weld, and then I'm going to paint it with truck bed liner. Because ultimately I'm going to repaint this entire bike with truck bed liner because, I don't know, I just think that's cool. So there's your fun video on silliness. Walmart bike, Power Axe, Walmart bike canti studs, and welded to a 700C old school cross fork. Stuck on a late 60s Austrian commuter bike. Proud to say that I haven't bought a single part for this. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching.